Hi, welcome to this video training. This is Kathy Wheeler. Today we're going to learn how to format your book for CreateSpace. Now, CreateSpace is one of my favorite self-publishing tools. I find it very easy to use. We're going to go into this assuming you already have an account set up. So let's go ahead and get started on your formatting. So I have already logged into my CreateSpace account. If you don't have an account, it's easy to set up, but that's covered in a different tutorial. So you can see I already have added a new project. So this is already a work in process. Today we're just going to look at the formatting. I've already added the title information, and so I'm going to download an interior template. You can access this interior template other ways too. If you just do a search site for interior template, it should pop up. I am going to go ahead. I only want black and white interior. You can do full color if you want. And I'm going to do white paper. Oops, sorry. So I'm going to download a Word template. I am going to start with a formatted template. Okay, downloaded. And so I'm going to open it up. I'm going to enable editing because obviously I'm going to edit this. And I am just going to fill things in. This is for a book I already have on Kindle called Begging Billionaire. And the purpose of the book was to bring exposure to human trafficking. Okay, so I have that. So I'm just going to scroll down, real simple, and turn in my author name. All rights reserved. And these ISBN numbers you'll get from CreateSpace. So I am not going to enter that now. I don't have that yet. Or you can go to Boker and purchase your own. There's an article on ISBN numbers in issue 5. No, I'm sorry, issue 6 of Book Writing Magazine. So here's the dedication page. I'm going to leave that blank for now. I usually take it out. And there's a blank page which has to do with the formatting. So always just leave it like that. Acknowledgments, I'm going to leave blank as well for now. Okay, and so then chapter 1, chapter name. I don't name my chapters, so I'm just going to leave it as 1. You could change it around to chapter 1 or whatever you want. Then what I do is I go to my Word document or whatever word processing software you have. I highlight my chapter 1 text. Okay, there we go. I copy that in one. Then I go right into the Amazon document. I highlight what they have in chapter 1. And I paste. So there you go. It fills it all out. Now, once you have that, there are things that you're going to want to go back and do. So that overrode all of the formatting, which we don't necessarily want because you can see here it's all nice and justified. But look, when I clicked on that, you can see that this first selection is their format for their chapter body text. So all you need to do is go back through, highlight that again. You might still have it highlighted. Okay, and then I'm going to click that box and it will automatically format it to the standards for how this was. Now, one thing I'm going to notice or look for are orphans and widows, which are single lines at the top or bottom of the page. It just happens to be where your paragraph splits off. Okay, so like you can see right here, there is one. So what I'm going to do is force an enter there so that it is all on the same page. It just makes it easier to read. There's industry arguments over it, so it's somewhat a personal style, but that's my preference. So I'm scrolling through just to check for more. Ooh, I don't like that there. I might change that all later on, but for now I'm going to center it. At least that looks a little better. And so you can see this, her chair looks lonely by herself, by itself. There we go. I have all of chapter 1 edited. So at this point, I'm going to save this. I just like to be cautious as I work. So what I'll need to do now is do the same for chapters 2 through the end, just with that process. Now you'll notice at the top of the page, either author name or book title, author name or book title. And one thing that's nice about this template is it does it for you. So I think it's okay. On the even pages is your author name, and on the odd pages is the book title. So I double click on it, and I want to enter the book title there. It's your option if you want to do it all caps or not. So once I have that done, I hit escape to get out of that, and it will automatically fill in everything for me, all of the headers. Okay, and then I type that. And you can see, look at that. That's a different page. It filled it in. So that is fabulous that that does that for you. Now I'm going to look at it a different way. I want to change my view. And this will show you what it looks like in the book. So this is nice to scroll through and check as well. And so it gets a little tricky taking out these dedication pages. Okay, so in my personal book, I want to delete these pages. First, I'm just going to delete this text. And the acknowledgments as well. Okay, so you can see I am going to leave the page to the left of the contents blank just so it looks good for layout. I want to delete this page. So I want to delete these pages. I'm going to go ahead and hit this paragraph button, which has all of the section breaks in it. And I am going to delete those. I'm just clicking on it and hitting the delete button. Okay, so that's as far as I want to go. So now I'm my Begging Billionaire. I have my page that I need to insert my ISBN on, a blank sheet. Now I need to fix up the table of contents. I'm going to switch it back to one-page view. Get it to the size I can see. They have this table fixed up for you. And what you'll need to do is I'm going to take out the acknowledgments. Whoops. I'm going to delete the acknowledgments because I decided not to have those. Now you can delete this whole row if you want. Or maybe not. Okay, you can delete the whole row if you want. And I'm not going to have chapter names. So I am just going to delete that. I'm going to right click on it. It's a column. So I'm going to delete the column. And then I'll have to go back through and fill in the page numbers. And I'm going to fix this one up here. That shouldn't be like that. So then when I know the page numbers, so let's see what page chapter 1, how they numbered it. That's the first page of my chapter 1. It is page 1. So I'm just going to enter 1 right there. Okay, so what you need to do is just go through and fill in the rest of your contents, depending on the number of chapters you have, etc. When we get to the end, that's the end of chapter 10. And then you can just copy and paste your author bio right there. This page, it looks like they have centered. That's your personal call on how you'd like to do it. But once you're done, you just save it. I would do a save as with your title. What you want to do now is do a save as, give it a good look over, and then upload it to CreateSpace. It's as easy as that. If you have any questions, you can email me at Kathy@wheelerwriting.com, and I'll be happy to answer them.